Digital Asset Investor shares this with all of us. Put this in the "it's not for us" file. Hold your XRP close. And if we look at this, this is from, I pulled this up. It's from Perkins Coie. It's a document, the virtualcurrencyreport.com, and you can go pull this up. Could blockchain push syndicated loans over the regulatory edge? This is from Perkins Coie, the ones who gave Ripple the green light. They basically, advised Ripple at one point, and then they have also been representing Ethereum in the consensus, right? But put this in a "it's not for us" file. Check out what they say, and they actually quote the World Economic Forum website in this article, in this document, in this report here. They say, the SEC has also filed a brief arguing that syndicated loan participants were securities, although the court concluded they were not. Restricting investors might help. And then they link a World Economic Forum website. Lenders are also exploring use of blockchain to facilitate the formation and operation of syndicates. And they link the WEF website. Continuing, if these financial institutions use the technology to reduce settlement times from several weeks to a day or two, or how about 3 to 5 seconds on the XRP ledger. However, this could broaden the secondary market in funded loans and invite reconsideration of their classification as securities. Investor expectations may become murkier. However, if a broad range of investors naively acquire loans, if attorneys can find sympathetic plaintiffs who lost money in syndicated loans, this could provide the impetus for a court to reclassify the loans as securities. If syndicated loans were treated as securities, they would need to comply with the requirements for private placements. This suggests that it may be worthwhile to restrict users of the new system to qualified institutional buyers. That's the main point right there. That's the main kicker, where we get into this forced buyback like they did with gold back in the day. Roosevelt bought back the gold, right? And then price set the gold at a higher price after they took it in. And guys, this is like DAI says, there's a reason why we've been able to cover the stories in regards to XRP every single day, because it's a nonstop full-time job in this community, which huge shout out to the XRP community. I mean, it's the one community that I felt like I always resonated with in the crypto space, because it's like, we're having the adult conversation. We're going to solve huge problems. This is legit. We don't have downtime. We don't have BS. We don't need to upgrade. It just works. It makes sense. And we have a transparent company in Ripple that is going around and making all these partnerships. Where this conversation gets really interesting, though, is what is the XRP price going to go to? For us that are acquiring this little coin, this little piece of digital gold that's going to run the liquidity solutions and the trillions of dollars daily for the new financial system, are we going to be able to hold this coin? Are they going to buy it back from us? What would the buyback price be? And this is a legitimate document here put out by Perkins Coie, lawyers that are basically helping with this whole rollout of digital technology. These lawyers are one of the main corporate law firms that represents, their motto here, counsel to great companies. They're working with the biggest and best in the whole damn system. But I wanted to bring this up, and this is where this gets interesting, is the Fifth Amendment creates a number of rights relevant to both criminal and civil legal proceedings. Primarily, in criminal cases, the Fifth Amendment guarantees your right to a grand jury and forbids double jeopardy and protects against self-incrimination. That's cool. That's a nice right to have. But the second part of the Fifth Amendment is what we're going to be using in the class action lawsuit, is what we're going to be using in the Supreme Court battle, is what we would be using with John Deaton and the likes of John Deaton representing us in a court of law here in the United States, where thank God they gave us this Constitution. The second part of the Fifth Amendment says, it also requires that due process of law be part of any proceeding that denies a citizen life, liberty, or property, and requires the government to compensate citizens when it takes private property for public use. Let me give you the direct quote from the Constitution. Nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. This is where I thank Jimmy Valley Hill Capital, writing up a proposal for the Federal Reserve. Is it ridiculous? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As someone who has created securities, is a securities lawyer, to come up and make the case and justification that XRP, the buyback price should be $30-something thousand. Oh my gosh, it's insane. But he actually makes the case without just compensation. If you guys want to go this route, if you want to take our XRP, we can make a case that the value is in the, yes, the market cap is in the trillions of dollars. It's much larger than that. Especially as we see this new financial system roll out. They've held back regulatory clarity in the United States and other markets. Other markets are further ahead, but everyone's waiting on the United States. Everyone's waiting to see what happens with this US dollar reserve currency. And the situation has gone with the military war, right? The world stage events has gone live. And they've also been aligning financially with the BRICS nations. Militarily, financially, we're starting to see everyone's dropping the dollar. Everyone's dropping our SWIFT system. Do we have a plan? Do they have an offer for us as XRP holders? Do they need our XRP that bad? I just shared a post in my last live stream where I was talking about how, I forget the name of a guy. It was a guy who's been in payments since early 2000, where he was talking about how banks don't care that Ripple owns so much of the XRP escrow that allows them to basically pre-allocate the XRP to themselves to have options on that XRP. But then they don't care that the regular person, the regular Joe Blow, is going to make some money off this thing. So do I want to sell back my XRP at $3? Do I want to sell it back at $1? Do I want to sell it back at 10,000? Well, at 10,000, I would sit down at the table. If I'm going to be honest, at $10,000, I would sit down at the table, right? Like that'd be kind of cool. But we really make the case on this channel that if XRP is going to get up any percentage of these different markets, of these different asset classes, of these different flows of liquidity, we go to a 3-digit price, at minimum, 2 to 3 digits, just to get the party started, just to flip the switch